Good afternoon, and welcome to the 8th grade Moving Up ceremony. I'd like to first take this time to welcome all of the students who are here, our special 8th graders, their parents and guardians, our faculty, the administration, and the Highland Park Board of Education. I also want to take the time to recognize that the pomp and circumstance was recorded by our very own orchestra and band. So I'd like to give them a nice round of applause because they did a wonderful job. Thank you. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner.
Was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts he watched, or so gallantly stream, and the rockets ran by, but was bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and the free, and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. And that was from the middle school choir. So let's give them a nice round of applause. Thank you very much, you guys. I am now pleased to introduce Eliza Boylan, who will give the welcome address.
Here we go. Okay, welcome friends, family, teachers, and peers to our 8th grade Moving Up ceremony. I would like to thank you all for joining me today and start off by saying I am so proud of my fellow classmates. These individuals have been through all sorts of challenges and triumphs, especially with the crazy last year we faced. Middle school, 3 years of memories, 30 months of learning, 540 days spent with friends, 2,880 hours of classes, 172,800 minutes of getting to know my fellow classmates, 10,368,000 seconds spent at the school, and I'm truly grateful for every moment. I can still remember the beginning of my 6th grade year. I can recall looking up at the 8th graders, and yes, I say up because they were all at least a head taller than me, and thinking, wow, they look like high schoolers. Now here we are, only a ways away from becoming freshmen ourselves. I've learned some pretty valuable lessons from my time spent here. First, in science, when I was taught the difference between H2O, which is water, and H2O2. If you consume that, well. Next, I found out in math that the letters of the alphabet can be used for a lot more than just creating words. In history, I learned that the Iron Maiden is in fact not a pretty lady made of metal. And in English, I was taught the importance of the comma. Yeah, there's a big difference between let's eat grandma and let's eat grandma. Grammar can save lives, people. I would like to give a huge thank you to all of our teachers, as well as the rest of the middle school staff. In my opinion, your jobs are some of the most important because without you, no other careers would exist. There would be no doctors or lawyers or even a president. So thank you for all that you have done for me and my classmates and all that you will continue to do. When I say teachers, I would also like to make it clear that I am referring to parents and guardians as well. Where our teachers aid in our academic advancements, you are the people who have raised some of the best people I've ever met. Especially within this last year, the support you provided with learning from home is truly admirable. I would lastly like to express my gratitude toward the school's administrative staff for helping the schools run smoothly, particularly with the challenges we face through this pandemic. Thank you all for attending, and I hope you enjoy the ceremony. Now I'm going to pass you back to Ms. Brady.
Thank you very much. I want to let you guys know that students submitted addresses for us to look at and vote on. So Eliza's was voted on, which is really an admirable and honorable thing. So just a nice round of applause again for her, please. So if someone were to tell me that I would be hosting an in-person and virtual graduation, speaking in front of masked guests, spacing people 3 feet from other people, and seeing graduating 8th graders for the first time in a year and a half, I never would have believed you. No one would have. These are the things that prior to COVID, we had only seen in sci-fi movies. But as you know, March of 2020, this became our reality. In one weekend, our schools were closed. Our teachers were asked to transform their teaching platforms, and students were forced to adjust. I have spent this year flying by the seat of my pants, as I'm sure many of you have too. And instead of being able to laugh, I often wanted to cry. If I focused on what this year wasn't, I would have been doomed. But instead, I pulled from the strength of our students, your children, this graduating class, to inspire me. Because what they did in this year and a half was nothing short of amazing. Let's talk about what this year was. The skills that these 8th graders possess as young teenagers is extraordinary. They've learned how to be self-motivated and self-paced. They've risen out of the ashes to continue to excel in academics, athletics, and extracurriculars. They've learned to be independent workers, to navigate new platforms, and to take leadership roles, many of which they did from their bedrooms or their kitchen tables. These are skills that most people don't learn until they move out of the house and they're on their own for the first time. That's something to celebrate. And while there were trying times, each and every one of these students had moments of brilliance. We hosted celebratory meetings for students. Thank you. It was your positivity, your hard work, your willingness to succeed that often kept us going. I'm going to go off script for a moment, even though that never ends well. I mean that. We needed them as much as they needed us. And, you know, I'm getting emotional here talking about it, but it's absolutely true. So I thank the students, I thank their parents, because without you guys, none of us would have made it. Eighth graders, you should be incredibly proud of yourselves. You have earned this honor, and I could not be more proud to send this group of students on to high school. You are ready, my friends. You have grown physically, emotionally, academic, and socially into young adults who are in every way ready to begin your high school careers. And you did it in a pandemic, darn it. So remember, focus on the silver lining. You never know whose day you are making brighter. You certainly have brightened mine. So thank you and good luck. I am now pleased to introduce Dr. Taylor, our superintendent.
Guardians, family members, don't be offended. I love your kids, so I'm going to get with them and face them. I'll be right back. Hey, so I thought about a month ago about writing a speech. Hang on. And I realized that as I was writing it, it didn't feel natural just to write a speech and then get in front of the podium and speak. So that's why I'm down here on a wireless mic. So I'm going to speak extemporaneously about one thing, and that's what next year is going to hold for you. Right now, you guys are really excited, I'm sure. Hopefully you got something planned after this. Maybe you're going to have a dinner out with family, or maybe just chill out. But either way, come Monday, when it's your last day of school, you are free birds. You can do whatever you want. I really hope that over the summer, you just chill out, relax. If you're going to work, that's fine. Do some work on the side, but you got to power back up after having a year like we did. And then come probably the last week of August, maybe the first couple of days of September, because school starts like a little bit into September. Trust me, you're going to be nervous. You'll probably be excited, but you're going to be nervous because you're coming out of middle school, which, by the way, is not an easy place, right? I mean, for me, middle school was really, really hard. I didn't fit in really well. I had a hard time figuring out who I was. And you're leaving all that, and now you're going to go into the high school, and that's going to cause all kinds of anxiety and all kinds of nervousness and excitement at the same time. But here's the thing. When you go to high school, one of the things that you're probably going to be nervous about is all the hard work. Before you know it, 4 years later, you're going to be done, and then you have to do something else. And by the way, if you don't go to college, if you don't go to a university, that's fine. Not everybody does. But you're going to put all this pressure on yourself. That's probably what's going to happen. All this pressure. I know I did when I went to school, and I know that my own kids, who go to school here, went to school here, did the same thing. But you don't have to put the pressure on yourself, because no matter what, you're going to be okay. Just about everybody leaves high school being okay. Just like you came out of the hardest year, probably one of the hardest years of your entire life, and you came out okay. You're all sitting here. You all look great. You're okay. And in another 5 years, when you leave high school, you're going to be okay too, no matter what. So try not to pressure yourself. And if there's one thing that I hope you do next 4 years, no matter what, and I got to tell you, it's the key to success. I wasn't the smartest guy in high school. Certainly wasn't the best looking guy in high school. I know it's hard for some of you to believe, but I wasn't much of a jock or a popular kid. And that's a joke, because I'm still not. But what I did, and I still do, which got me to be where I am standing in front of you right now, is I liked people very much. I was nice to everybody with whom I interacted, and I made sure to love as many people as I could. And that's the key. When you're nice and you love the people around you, you will be successful. You got to work hard too. And it helps if you apply what you're really interested in, learning more about what you're interested in. But bottom line is, you got to be nice to people, and you got to love. Lots of quotes about love, but here's one of my favorite from John Lennon. And I hope there's some Beatles fans. I'm sure there's some Beatles fans in the audience, and I'm seeing smiles and claps on the side here. John Lennon, one of my faves, by the way. If you don't know John Lennon, check him out. He wrote a lot of songs about love, but here's one of my faves. It matters not who you love, where you love, why you love, when you love, or how you love. It matters only that you love. And that's all it takes. Love and nicety. And that'll get you anywhere you want to go. So the keys are, try not to pressure yourself in the next 4 to 5 years. It's okay to be nervous in August when you're getting ready to go to the big bad high school. It's actually a great place. It's not bad. But don't pressure yourself. Just think to yourself, if I'm nice to the people around me, including my teachers, the people who help my teachers, the people in the office, my peers, people around me, and I love as many people as I can for whoever they are and whatever they are, I'm going to be okay, because that's the key to success. So I wish you lots of luck. I will still be in town, even though I won't be your superintendent. So I'll be keeping eyes on you and Stop and Shop and Rite Aid and wherever else you guys hang out. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. I am pleased now to call up Ms. Paxton, who will be presenting the Academic Citizenship Award.
Wow, I have to follow that. Hello, everyone. Welcome, parents. Okay, so the Academic Citizenship Award is given each year to the student who most embodies the qualities we hope to instill in all students: hard work, respect for others, participation in community, and a love of learning. The award is not taken lightly. Students are selected carefully and thoughtfully based upon performance and behavior over the course of the school year. This year's recipient is a student who impressed teachers with her positive attitude and dedication. She is consistently engaged in the classroom and strives to do her best. She takes feedback from teachers and tries to incorporate it into her work. Often, she sets the tone for the classroom, leading by example, choosing the right course of action despite what others may be doing. She has always been willing to lend a hand and works well with her peers, both within and outside of the classroom. She also participated in sports and clubs like Students in Action, embracing the school community. It was such a delight to watch her dedication and perseverance on the soccer field and basketball court. Her good character permeates all of her actions. It is with great pleasure that I present the Academic Citizenship Award to Anasia Kambitsis.
Hey, come here.
All right, Anasia, she's cleaning up today. All right, I am now pleased to call up Ms. Ford, who will present the BKC CPA Math Award. Okay, I am honored to present the Colantano BKC CPA's Math Award. This award is presented to a math student who has demonstrated a passion for mathematics and a commitment to excellence. The award comes with a certificate and a $75 check. See, you would have worked harder, wouldn't you? This year's recipient always has a super positive attitude as well as a growth mindset. She gets excited about mathematics and always works to improve. She strives for excellence and looks forward to being challenged to do her best. She goes above and beyond in her commitment to her studies, as well as showing the utmost respect to staff and her peers. I am so honored to present this year's Math Award to Victoria Sohn. All right, Victoria, another one. I love it. I am now pleased to introduce Mr. Mark Krieger, member of the Highland Park Board of Education.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, congratulations to families in this graduation ceremony today. And congratulations to the 2021 graduating class from the Highland Park Middle School. I want to thank the administration, your teachers, paraprofessionals, staff, and also your families again, all of whom worked with you during this past difficult year and supported you. In 1859, Charles Dickens wrote A Tale of Two Cities, a historical novel about the French Revolution. The book begins with the famous words, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times." The past 15 months, we've seen the worst of times. The pandemic, a once-in-100-year disease like the Black Plague of the Middle Ages or the Spanish flu of the 20th century, has seen people suffer in the millions. The worst of times are passing. With the work of scientists, the new vaccines are protecting us so we can go back to our normal lives. And you can see so many of us are here now where we wouldn't have been a year ago without masks on because we're protected. So hopefully we'll be back to our normal lives in the fall, by the fall, lives we led in February 2020 before this plague hit us. The best of times are ahead, your times in the high school, in Highland Park High School. You may read A Tale of Two Cities, both as a work in your English language classes, but also as a historical novel, which talks about the French Revolution. And you'll also learn history. Learn about important events in history, because as Churchill says, those who fail to learn from history are condemned to repeat it. You learn physics, biology, chemistry, math. You'll become more proficient in Spanish or Mandarin. You'll play sports. You'll meet new great teachers. Teachers who will inspire you to learn, to study, to work hard, and to succeed. You will see old friends and meet new friends. Friends who will be a part of your life, in some cases, part of your lives for many years. You will play sports together, dream together, go out together. The high school years can be among the best years of your lives. Enjoy them. And enjoy the summer. Congratulations. See you back in Highland Park High School this fall. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would now like to call Ms. Giovanetti and Ms. Faringo, who will call the 8th grade students for their certificates.
Okay, our first graduate is Julian Senek Kamen. Okay, next we have Zaina Abonoa. Aura Edelman. Shad Ahmed. Yasmin Ahmed. Yasin Ahmed. Amani Alston Coates. Gabriel Andrade. Ashley Arenas Arce. Isaac Backenroth.
Jana Bayumi. Guillermo Balbuena. Nora Bayumi. Peyton Beck. Noah Berlin Langston. Eliza Boylan. Cannon Campbell. Eli Posadas. Tom Carmen. Ethan Chen.
Okay. Oh, he's not here. Okay. We have Genesis Colasso. Callum Crowley. Victor David Olea. Khan Dolu. Domínguez Díaz. Habiba El Helwa. Alaric Cuban. Aiden Foger. Hassan Franklin.
Sophie Freed. Tiffany Fuller. Talia Gluck. Jonah Grant. Jaden Guadalupe. Lev Gutin. Marcos Ansolas. Jasmine Hernandez Juarez. LJ Nazarel. Phineas Horvath.
Rebecca Hume. Sophie Hutner. Yoon Hwang. Ayush Jha. Amber Jimenez. Danny Jones. Let's go, Croatia. Ana Juricic and Noah Juricic. We're from the same place. Athanasia Kambitsis. Mohammed Kamal.
Louis Cardone. Maria Cataline. Yashwin Kaushik. Colin Kim. Tali Kim. Miriam Klee. Alexandra Lesko. Maria Lavina. Jessica Lynn. Vivian Lynn.
Faith Lopez. Yunju Lu. Seamus McKinnon. Brian Mahoney. Jeremy Martin McLean. Diego Martinez. Ariel Mejia Mesa. Georgia Melnick. Jayla Mesa Roche. Sorry. Sorry. Ruby Miller.
Robert Milne. Samantha Milstead. Haley Michelle. Namisha Mohan. Joshua Montero Reyes. Jareli Morales Avila. Benjamin Michelle Bibi. Chloe Moss. Julian Newton. Aaron Nielsen.
Eva Oyang. Oyang. Kara Oval. Emma Pan. Krista Pangamanan. Cleoniki Petzanas. Sean Peary. Good job, Cleoniki. Sophia Chow. Irene Ramirez Perez. Michaela Ramreka. Annie Reyes Bonilla.
Ethan Ross. Connor Roth Zappo. Owen Roth Zappo. Alex Roshkov. Frank Ruffalo. Sharat Sibnis. Chrissy Sava. Lucy Scott. Alon Segura. Naeem Shahidi.
Seth Shapiro. Liana Schfarber.
That's okay.
Zanaya Smith. Victoria Son. Lily Solomon. Sophia Stephen. Zachary Steiner. Madison Suarez. Jalir Thomas. Sai Vadia.
Sia Verma. Finn Voorhees. Andrei Vasilov. William Wang. Lucas Weinberg. Mahogany Wilson. Amy Yang. Rebecca Yu. James Yu. Ray Zhang. Marlene Zuniga Prego.
So unfortunately, we usually have an eighth grade slideshow that we put together for the eighth graders. We have it, but we can't show it outside because of the light. So we will be sending that home along with the edited version of the graduation and eighth grade award ceremony. So be on the lookout for that. I am now pleased to introduce Athanasia Kambitsis, who will give the farewell student address. Just go to closing speech. You see? Just turn it right here. Okay.
Hi, everyone. I can't begin to tell you what an honor it is to be up here closing things out. Wow, doesn't it seem like yesterday that we were painting our tiles for Irving's walls and flipping our beautifully handmade, customized dragon to dolphin hats? Who here remembers as fifth graders being deemed such a wonderful class that they decided to have us go to Camp Mason instead of Camp Bernie? And now we sit here as the big eighth graders, ruling the hallways at HPMS. For me at least, moving up from eighth grade is going to be the hardest because as a first grader, you really didn't realize how easy you had it. Taking naps, eating snacks, and having no homework. As fifth graders, we really didn't appreciate all the wonderful teachers and everything else that went into our education. Now, as eighth graders and mature young adults, well, at least to most of us, we stand here today looking back at the past 3 years and fully appreciate everything that went into our learning experience, especially the last year and a half. If someone were to tell me in February of 2020 that we were going to spend over a year at home doing school, I would think that that person had lost it. Now, some of you may be nervous about going to high school, but we need to look at this as an opportunity for a fresh start, an opportunity to make new friends, and an opportunity to grow as a person. I've also been told that the food is better at the high school. I would like to finish up by thanking the members of our Board of Education and Dr. Taylor. Dr. Taylor, I hear you thought we did such a great job as eighth graders that you felt your work was done here in Highland Park. I would like to thank our amazing principal, Miss Brady, and Vice Principal, Miss Suko. I also want to send out an extra special thank you to all of our teachers who take such great, who take such great pride in being part of the HPMS family. I know I speak for our entire class when I say, we know how challenging it must have been going from in-person to remote learning. You really made a difference for us. Finally, we'd be in major trouble if we didn't thank our parents. They truly have shown us all great support and taught us what it means to come together in hard times in order to persevere through whatever obstacles we may face in the future. Thank you all for coming. I hope everyone has an awesome, relaxing, and healthy summer.
Thank you so much. I want to recognize too that was voted on by all of us. So thank you, Athanasia. That was wonderful. You earned it, darling. I am now pleased to introduce Mr. Lassiter, your high school principal.
I'm going to take a little cue from Dr. Taylor, but I don't have the wireless mic. But I do want to address our class of 2021, our eighth graders, and I do want to address the parents and of course the teachers that are here. Thank you all for all the hard work that all of you did this past year. Give yourselves a round of applause for all that work. I also want to give you a little bit of a history lesson. I have the unenviable task of actually going last when everyone's warm and hot, and so I promise this will be a very abbreviated lesson. I won't take too long. But just to give you a little history, I actually began my career in Highland Park as an 8th grade teacher. I taught social studies right up there in room 312, which I actually chose so that I could overlook the field and actually, if I was working late, watch over the football team and things like that. I love that classroom and I love teaching social studies. So a little bit more of a history lesson. Right now you're on Dackelman Field, named after a coach that coached here many years and coached many very much championship teams. You're in Paula Castro Stadium, again, named after a coach and teacher here that coached many championship teams. And what I think is going to be very unique about you is that the cornerstone of that building that you're coming into next year is dated 1925. And so you will be the 100th group of students that walk into that building, not the 100th graduates. It definitely deserves some applause, but not the 100 graduates. I want to make sure it's clear. That building began as a junior high school. It started in 1925, and when you walk through that door, you have the chance of doing something very different after these 15 months of not being in school. I don't want to call this the moving up ceremony anymore, at least for this class. It's the moving in ceremony. We really are going to look forward to you coming through those 4 pillars in the front and crossing through those owls. If you don't know, the owls are named after Highland Park, Hope and Percy. When you walk through the door, there are 4 pillars. And I wore this tie special for the occasion. It has owls on it flying out of the Alba Dome. Because our mission is that when you come through those doors, you come through and you develop openness, wisdom, leadership, and spirit. And so as the incoming class of 2025, you have the chance to build that school. Make happen in that building, but you have to get involved. You have to want to share that love that Dr. Taylor talked about. Because when you do, you have the chance to transform the school. So I welcome you with open arms. It's not a big bad building as Dr. Taylor suggested. It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful school, and yes, the food is better. So at this time, again, I want to welcome you, and I'd like you all to give a round of applause as a class of 2025 now rises. Congratulations.
Just one final note as we wrap this up. You guys, you can remain standing. We are now, this concludes the moving up ceremony. I want to say another congratulations to the 8th grade class of 2021. Parents and guardians, you guys can make your way down. You can come, you can have some refreshments, you can take pictures. There's a little photo booth. Students, you can join your parents and guardians so that you can celebrate this day. Congratulations and thank you all for coming.